welcome to another exciting episode of the Relatable Podcast. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing? Where you at? But it's good. How you feeling? Anyways, so there was this tweet I saw recently. I think was it recently or one time like that? I don't know. In the tweet they were like, if your partner cheats on you, go home. Remember, you are loved at home. If they disrespect you, remember, you are loved at home. If you have to endure to stay in a relationship, remember, you are loved at home. And my mind was, what of people that are not loved at home? What are they gonna do? Welcome to the Relatable Podcast, where we talk about everything you can relate to as an narrating something living in Nigeria or pretty much anywhere in Africa. I'm your humble host, and in today's episode, I forgot to say my name. It is Presh. And in today's episode, we are going to be talking about self-love. Yes, self-love. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten how to love themselves. So I'm going to bring it to your remembrance today. How do you love yourself? When was that moment that you even know that I love myself, I can't do this? No, what's that? Anyways, stick around. Yes, self-love. I actually feel like we can't talk about self-love without talking about self-hate, right? But then self-hate is quite extreme. How about we call it self-critic? Yeah, because there's an amount of way that you can actually criticize yourself that is healthy, will make you develop yourself. But then there's an unhealthy amount of criticism that we would give ourselves or we'll tell ourselves that is quite bad or make us feel like we are not worthy, we are not this person. I remember there was this time where I was preparing for my presentation, right? And I wanted to wear this particular clothes, and I was like, nah, your legs is so skinny in that. So it was more like, you look so slim, God, and so ugly. There was really this one time where I was really insecure about how I looked. Like, no amount of ways someone would tell me you are beautiful that I would accept. I had issues receiving compliments, and that was because I felt like I was not pretty. I mean, I'm so skinny. You can practically see the whales on my neck. Kwangami gum. But then I kind of like outgrew that phase, and I'll tell you how I did that actually. And so self-hate, if you can relate to any of these things, you should really work on yourself. So the first thing is you actually seek validation from other people opinions about you matters a lot to you, and that would actually make you like want to be in a relationship where you feel you are loved, meanwhile you are treated as trash. Why am I saying this? Is because I've seen this quite a lot of times. So there's this girl who was in a relationship with this guy that would cheat on her, and literally she would find him cheating on her. But then he knows his ways with words, and he would write this long paragraph of text saying how she's the only one, the others are side chick, she's the main chick, she's the woman of his life. It would literally write long text message of how much he loves her, how much she's beautiful, and with that she felt okay, she's among other ladies that he has in his life, she is the one that he loves the most. Are you stupid? That is just a messed up mentality because you've not found ways to love yourself. And another example I would say is someone who would post literally anything on social media because of the amount of likes and the amount of comments they would get from it, right? Most days I feel that is what is affecting some people in their 20s, early 20s or less, especially with the old social media, whatever. People are seeking validation from their comments, their likes. If this post has a whole lot of likes, that means yes, I'm doing something good, something funny. Even if that content is like really not who they are, really not the kind of person they want to be, at the end of the day, this kind of things can actually push them to doing things that they don't like. I watched a video of a girl who's quite popular on TikTok, but she was complaining about the fact that she had to release some content about showing off her body and so on and so forth, all because of the likes and the comments. She's obsessed with the whole, glam, whatever. And now those comments and stuff are making her now post content that she knows our audience would love, even if they are not the kind of person she is. So do you get, seeking validation from other people, or because other people's opinions about you matters more than what you think about yourself? That's a sign of self-hate. Actually, you don't love yourself, because then you put yourself in situations that are not palatable to you, or that are not you at all. Another sign of self-hate, or a sign that you don't like yourself, would be you conforming to societal standard of things, right? You've not actually sat down with yourself to find out what you really like, what you find fun yourself, what you find as fashion for yourself. You have now conformed to what social media or the society thinks is fun. You've conformed to the whole dating life, how they enjoy life, how they speak, the fashion. So that's another sign you don't like yourself, because in that sense you do things that the society would think is right. Meanwhile, is it right for you? Have you actually sat down to think if you really like this, or it's because the society thinks that's what is trending, that's what is in vogue? I know someone who would literally spend her food money on a clothes that just came out, basically because that's the trending fashion. Yeah, she would literally like spend her money on the trending things, right? You want to have what everybody else out there is having, and it would push you to do things that you know are really not right, that you are not proud of, right? And then at the end of the day, because you are not proud of those things, it can lead to self-hate. You start saying negative things about yourself, and that's another thing. When you start saying negative things about yourself, what runs through your mind is, I can't do this, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm not that. Those are like bad words. I mean, there was this time in my life also where I would literally speak badly to myself. I mean, I was always scolding myself in the sense that I was failing in my grades. Yeah, so I was always, though it's like a way of, you want to improve yourself, you want to do better, right? But at the end of the day, it's now got to this stage where it was so unhealthy that I would literally not sleep. When I was sleeping, I'll be telling myself, is that what somebody that wants to improve their results will be doing? Sleeping? Are you not dumb? I started hating on myself. I literally started cursing myself. There was this time also where I was trying to gain weight as well, and then I would not eat. And instead of me to tell myself, like a calm, normal person, go and eat. No, I'll tell myself in the most cruel way possible. Like, are you not daft? Somebody that wants to have weight, is the person not supposed to eat? You're even stupid. When there was money, you did not say that you want to have weight. Oh, it's when you are not broke. That's when you not say that. That's when you want to add weight. So I was, there was that phase where everything that would come out from my mind to myself was hate speech, or basically more like, you're so skinny. Look at you. You're so ugly. See how you're holding clothes. Only you wear 3 clothes. Like, it was a bad thing. It was actually a bad phase to be, actually, because it led to, no, I would not say depression, but it led to this phase of extreme sadness. I was like really sad. In short, I could not. There was a time I actually like had to like turn my mirror down, like face it to the wall. I do not want to see myself. I don't care how I'm going to dress out today. I don't care. And there was a time I was literally like wearing 3 to 4 clothes to go out because I wanted to like add. So it's self-hate is a bad place to be, honestly. It's a bad place that I do not wish anyone should be. And what would cause someone to actually like hate on themselves, or really, one, it could be an unsupportive family. I would say unsupportive family, or surrounding yourself with people that are really unsupportive, people that do not, let me not say, because sometimes family, obviously families would love you, but maybe the way they show their love is quite not not in a way that is supportive, that would show that they actually love you, right? So that's why I would feel like families should tend to talk to their children. Parents should talk to their children in a caring manner, show that you love them, buy things for them. In short, apart from buying things for them, talking to them in a very caring, calm manner is a way to show that you actually love them. And it's not even just the parents now, siblings as well. Siblings should show that they love themselves. You can call yourself goats. In short, don't say it verbally, I love you, but actions and words go a long way. Yeah, so another thing that would cause self-hate would be comparing yourself to other people. Yeah, in the sense where you are like looking at other people. That's why I said I don't want to call it self-hate, more like self-critique, right? The healthy amount of comparing yourself to other people is probably you are aiming to get to that position where they are. But an unhealthy amount is when you start hating yourself because of how other people look. You see someone so pretty or popular or something, and you're like, why can't I be like this person? And you're trying so hard, forgetting the kind of person you are, forgetting the kind of strength you are, and like comparing yourself to someone else and trying to be like them. It's very crazy. It's a bad place to be, actually, because you would compromise so much of who you are. You can even kill some strength that you have, some talents that God has given you, because you are comparing yourself to someone else. Yes, they look pretty. Yes, it looks as if they are enjoying the best time of their life. Yes, their LinkedIn profile looks really good. Yes, it's as if they are making money or something. But you should more like let your competition or comparison be me today versus me yesterday. Growth is me versus me versus me versus me. I think that was one way I was able to actually conquer my self-hate, because I stopped looking at other people's progress. And it's their time, let them enjoy it. My time, let me enjoy it, let me enjoy my process. And yes, another thing that would cause self-hate would be past events, probably something you did that you feel, oh, it was your fault. It could be as a result of, yes, past events. I want to say this example of probably when um someone loses their virginity and the whole world is like criticizing you, so you feel like you are not holy anymore. Especially, like, I want to bring this into the religious gathering, right? Purity, the fact that when you talk about purity, they talk about virginity, especially for girls, for ladies, and forget that guys also are supposed to stay pure. I don't understand. Anyways, so probably because you feel you've lost your virginity, you feel you can't get some certain things because you are no longer pure. So that can bring about self-hate as well. Negative talks will be coming to your mind. You feel because you've done this thing, or you've put your hand in some certain things, or because of what you've said, because of what you've you get your gist. Because of what you've done, your mind keep hitting on you. Your mind keep telling you you are not worthy, you are not enough, you can't do this thing, you can't do that one, because just because of something you've done. So one way to actually conquer that would be forgiving yourself for any past events. Yes, you've done it, you've learned your lesson about what you've done, and basically if you were given the chance you would not do it again. So forgiving yourself is also one way to heal from self-hate and start the journey into loving yourself. So these are the three things I believe cause self-hate. One would be unsupportive family, or surrounding yourself with people that are really bad energy, honestly. And your family can also be a bad energy. That's why at the end of the day it falls back to you loving yourself. I mean, you are a whole diverse human of interest, beauty. You have flavors in you. Why don't you spend time with those flavors that you have? Learn to embrace yourself, and to really save you some certain things. It will make you not do some certain things. It will make you not find yourself in some certain situations, because you love yourself. It's nobody gets to treat you as trash. Nobody gets to talk to you anyhow. And I actually want to state this, that there's a thin line between arrogance and confidence here, because when you start loving yourself, actually there's this confidence that come in. And unlike arrogance and pride would come because you are seeking validation from someone else. Yes, I think that's the word. You are seeking validation from other people. That's where arrogance is. Arrogance comes from external. You want people outside to notice you. You want people outside to like. That's where pride comes in. But confidence comes from within. It's so natural, because you feel like it is you. It is me that is actually doing this thing. Anyways, so how do you love yourself? I've said my story about how I struggled with my feeling grids, and how I struggled with my weight loss as well, that I started feeling ugly and stuff. And now there's nothing nobody can fucking tell me. I am the prettiest girl on planet Earth. Yes. Though sometimes I actually find it hard to receive compliments, because at the end of the day I kind of like scrapped my whole physical look as beauty rather, and focused on how intelligent I am. So I remember then I was like, okay, I'm not pretty, I'm skinny, blah blah blah. How about, yes, she's so fucking smart. Oh my god, that's pretty. That's beautiful. I mean, your brain is, and that's really how I tend to measure someone's beauty as well. If your brain is so gorgeous, oh my god. Oh yes. Anyways, first off, I would say to start your journey into self love, just date yourself. You know what you expect from someone, where you prioritize that person. Date yourself. I started dating myself in the sense that I started talking to myself prettily every morning. I'm really someone who likes words, even though I'm bad with words. So I try to like write beautiful things about myself. Oh, I like your smile. I like the way you smile. I like the way your teeth are arranged. I tell myself the most beautiful things ever. So really, when someone out there is telling me, "Oh, you're pretty," I'm like, "Yeah, I know." But I don't kind of like say it, because on that thing is, I don't consider you looking at my face as being pretty. I consider you hearing what I have to say, like going through my mind with how I speak, and saying, "Oh, you're gorgeous. I mean, the way you think is mind blowing." Something like that. That's how I think. That's why I spend a lot of time with books and trying to like get a lot of knowledge. Anyways, the whole journey into self love is love yourself. And how can you love yourself? You prioritize yourself. It is you over everyone else. Your words matters. Stay in front of the mirror. Tell yourself beautiful things. Write letters to yourself. Buy yourself things. I mean, literally buy yourself rings. Buy yourself the most beautiful things. So when someone is doing those things to you, it's not going to it will look like, yeah, I can do it for myself. It's more like you are taking care of yourself. So really spend time with yourself. And that's that will bring me to say this thing, is that social media, or we trying to run away from actually spending time with ourselves, is another way we are not taking care of ourselves. Because one way you can take care of yourself is to actually spend time with yourself, and you can spend time with yourself by journaling. I mean, stay away from your phone, block out what the society thinks about you, or what the society expect about you, from your shape, the way you should talk, the way you should look, your appearance, the way you should dress. Really block it all out and find out what you really want. What kind of fashion do you actually like? In short, look at your wardrobe and think. You are as creative as you can ever be. So work on your creativity. Find out what you like. Pick out new hobbies. You don't have to be on your phone every time. This stuff, social media and the likes, are just blocking us out of we are trying to escape who we really are, without even finding out who we really are. I mean, as 20 something, the Gen Z is growing up in a stage where we're exposed to our phones from a very young age. It is crazy that at the end of the day, we are so lost in what the society expects from us in the sense of fun, dating, fashion, that we actually don't know what we really want. So we are lost in all those things. Sometimes some people's escape is not even their phones. Some people escape is work. Like you would I remember then I was my life was so boring actually, that I would soak myself in designing UI. So sometimes some people's escape is not even their phone. Some people escape is their work. They escape from who they really are by working. You work 2/7, just not to spend time with yourself, just not to spend time to know who you are. And trust me, yes, when you start loving yourself, it's boring. It's actually boring. I mean, you are going days without your phone. You are going days without talking to someone who was treating you like trash or seeking validation from someone. Nobody's telling you, oh, you look good. Nobody's kind of like really checking up on you that, oh, I've not heard from you for a long time, blah blah. Maybe except your best friend, Sha. But it is going to be hard if you have been in a situation where someone was treating you like trash and now you're trying to focus on yourself and love yourself. It's going to be hard because there is that obsession of I actually want to post something online. I want to post my body. I want to show off and stuff to like get comments and feel good. But really, do you want that? I mean, those 5 seconds comments and stuff get to dictate your life. Nah, you are smarter than that actually. So spend time with yourself. That's one way. It is, trust me, like I said, it's boring, but it was going to be the most transformative part of your life. It's going to be the time where you get to know yourself at the core of your being. So really, that was really how I was able to conquer my self-hate and like get at peace with myself and actually sleep like a good person, because I am a good person. Why do I have to like say bad things about myself? Why? So yes, love yourself, date yourself, buy things for yourself, say good things for you. I think that's why affirmative words work. When you say I am enough, I am pretty, the Bible says I am wonderfully and fearfully made. So yeah, you can speak the Bible into your life. I mean, our words, we become our words at the end of the day. So if you believe with all your heart, if you tell yourself, I am pretty, I am enough, I can do this, there's really nothing anybody can say you can, because you believe you can. So let your opinion about yourself matter more than what other people out there say, even more than what your family say, because it is you versus you. I mean, you are going to be with yourself from the beginning. You are being with yourself from the beginning of your life till you die. It is going to be you. Your partner may end up dying, leaving you. They may not die. They may get a divorce or something. But at the end of the day, it's you versus you. So why don't you find ways to actually enjoy you? Treat yourself as a second person, like an external person. Take care of yourself like you would take care of a child. Take care of yourself like you would take care of someone outside. So most times we even treat outsiders more than we treat ourselves. So really, I think the whole point of self-love or your journey into self-love just start with spending time with yourself. Journaling. I've been journaling for 3 years now, and God, it has been wonderful actually. So yes, how do you love yourself? How do you love yourself? When was that time? When was that moment where you decided that I'm not going to tell myself this thing again? I mean, I love myself enough not to speak trash about myself. I love myself enough to allow this kind of person talk to me that way. So when was that turning point for you when you decided that I love myself? If you have that experience, just share with us. And yes, if you have any tips on how we can improve self-love, I would also love to hear from you. And thanks for tuning in into another episode. It was a wonderful ride today, even if it was quite long. But yeah, until we meet in the next episode, do take care of yourself. And this is the love series. I love you.